into the octagon against interim king Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Be there live to see the belt unified in Abu Dhabi at UFC 242. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster-UAE.ae.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the UFC 242 press conference here in London, England. UFC 242, Khabib versus Poirier, takes place Saturday, September 7th at the arena in Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. My name is David Shaw, and I'm the head of UFC International. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank a few of our partners participating in this event. First and foremost, the Department of Culture and Tourism of Abu Dhabi, event promoters of record, IMG, Abu Dhabi Media, our newly found content partnership in the region, distributing all UFC content through Middle East and North Africa through traditional and digital platforms, and of course the media members here in attendance and watching around the world. Limited tickets to UFC 242 are available. The first wave of tickets have sold extremely well. We've got a new wave of tickets coming through hotel and ticket packages on June 16th at 12 p.m. UAE at the website adshowdown.ae. That's adshowdown.ae. UFC returns to Abu Dhabi for the first time in over 5 years, following the success of two previous events, UFC 112 in 2010 and UFC Fight Night Nogueira versus Nelson in 2014. UFC 242, however, will be part of the groundbreaking new partnership with the Department of Culture and Tourism of Abu Dhabi to bring UFC events to the region for the next 5 years. We're also proud to announce, very proud to announce, that taking place in the run-up to UFC 242 is a week-long celebration of mixed martial arts entitled the Abu Dhabi Showdown Week, which will be complete with autograph signings, open workouts, a muscle and fitness expo, music concerts, UFC fan zones, and authentic Emirati cultural experiences. Now let's take a look at the video on the monitors. UFC 242 will see one of the most highly anticipated matchups in recent memory to unify the lightweight belt. Now to bring to the stage interim UFC lightweight champion and number 8 ranked pound-for-pound fighter, Dustin Poirier.
Quiet here, man. What's up?
And his opponent, UFC lightweight champion, number 3 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov. We'd like to open the floor to questions from the media for these fighters.
Question for Dustin right here. It's been a long and winding road to get into UFC Gold. You've had your ups, you have your downs. Can you reflect on the moment after you beat Max Holloway and you had that belt wrapped around your waist?
Yeah, you know, like you said, it was a long journey, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. You know, I fantasized, dreamed about it, what it was going to feel like when Dana put the belt around my waist, and you know, it exceeded what I thought it was going to feel like. I felt just very appreciative of the journey, the lessons I've learned through the victories and the knocks I've took, and you know, it was just a big victory, a special moment in time for me and my team and my family.
And in keeping with the ups and downs and the long and winding road that you've had to take to get to UFC Gold, you're fighting on foreign territory, going all the way to Abu Dhabi, where you'll most likely be the, what's the word I'm looking for? You'll be booed renownedly, probably. What's your thoughts on that?
It's the story of my life, man. I'm fighting through stuff like that. So it's no strange area for me to do something like that, to go there and defy odds and earn a victory in the midst of that type of stuff. That's just what I do.
And question for Khabib, right here. It's obviously been a while since we saw you last in the octagon in October. How's life been for you since UFC 229?
Hi guys. It was like life has changed. Of course, life has changed. I become a little bit more famous. You know, like a lot of things changed in my life. But like in my mind, nothing changed. You know, I keep training. I keep going, and this is not my last fight. And what happened in 6 October, it's just beginning in my legacy. And I'm very excited about my comeback.
Hi guys, just down here. Welcome to London. Khabib, you've spent a lot of time in the United Arab Emirates before, especially on your post-victory tour after your last fight with Conor. What does it mean to you to be able to headline this event in Abu Dhabi?
Like, I think it's gonna be very big and very good show for everybody who's gonna fight in Abu Dhabi. And for me, it's like my father can come to Abu Dhabi and he's gonna be my corner first time in UFC, because he don't have visa and he can't come to US. But in Abu Dhabi, it's, a lot of fans can come. Like for Russian people, they don't need visa coming to Abu Dhabi, and they already sold all tickets. Like, and it's gonna be a good show for me, for my family, for my team. Father gonna come, and I'm very excited about this. You know, I can't wait.
And you recently signed a new contract with the UFC. You did have some conditions in there regarding your teammates. Are you able to talk a little bit about those conditions, and how much does it mean to you to be able to have some of your teammates on this card with you in Abu Dhabi?
This relationship, it was like 50-50, a little bit hard for someone and a little bit easy for someone, you know. Like when UFC called me about fighting in Abu Dhabi, I told them I'm gonna fight with my friends, with my brothers. If not, we're gonna waiting for when like disqualification finish, we're gonna come back together, all together. And you know, UFC and Hunter, Dana, they did very good job. Thank you so much for them. And right now we're clear. You know, everybody can fight, and September we're gonna come back.
And just the last one for me, for Khabib. You also had a clause in your contract to fight GSP. Can you talk a little bit about that, and do you see that as a possibility somewhere down the line?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know about he's gonna come back or not. But if I wanna make my legacy big, if I wanna improve my legacy, I have to beat Dustin. I have to beat Tony Ferguson and GSP, and then I can become pound for pound #1 fighter. And this is my opinion.
Okay, thank you. And to Dustin, can you talk a little bit about how your life has changed, if it has changed at all, since becoming the interim lightweight champion?
If anything, I've just felt a lot of appreciation from people reaching out and telling me they appreciate my journey. And you know, I'm just grateful that I can inspire people. And you know, a lot of people calling me, messaging me about motivated them to chase their dreams and stuff like that. You know, I feed off of that. I love that good energy. But other than that, I mean, I'm still Dustin. I'll go home. I'm a dad. That's all I really do is just train and hang out with my daughter. So life's pretty much the same, except I got a gold belt at the house.
And of course, we know Khabib is undefeated. How are you looking to overcome the intense wrestling and pace that he puts on his opponents that we've seen in the past?
Just be myself. Go out there and show the world what I'm capable of. You know, like you said, 27 have tried and 27 have failed. But, you know, a lot of people have been asking me questions like, what do I see weaknesses in Khabib's game, or where do I think he makes mistakes? And I've kind of been sitting back talking to my coaches and thinking about this, and I don't really need him to be weak for me to be strong, you know. I don't need huge glaring holes. I'm going to create them with my pressure, my fight IQ, my just experience and the amount of rounds and years that I've been doing this. You know, it's going to be a very high-level fight. You got two guys on the pound-for-pound list. One of them is undefeated. Both of them are champions. Two champions are going in, one champion's coming out. You know, this is going to be a huge fight. I'm excited about it, and I'll make those openings that we're talking about.
Hi guys, Fight for MMA. First question for Khabib. Khabib, obviously this is going to be, right here, it's going to be an incredibly competitive fight, but what do you consider to be the most dangerous thing about Dustin?
Like most dangerous things, Dustin, I think his experience, he have good experience, and he have more than 20 fights in UFC. You know, someone beat him, and he beat someone. You know, this is experience. You know, and but I respect him like human, like fighter. You know, he beat a lot of tough guys. Last fight he impressed me. On his boxing, he have good moment, and you know, that's why this fight is so big. You know, he's become interim UFC lightweight champion for a reason. He beat Max Holloway, he beat a lot of former champions, and but for me, everything is same. You know, nothing changed. When the cage close, I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep forward.
And just one question for Dustin. Obviously, you have been in the octagon much more recently than Khabib has. Do you consider that to be a factor at all? Do you think the fact that you're maybe fresher is going to play a role in this fight, or do you not think it's going to make much of a difference?
That's such a hard question to answer because everybody's different. I don't know. You know, he might pick up right where he left off. It's on him. I can't get into his head and feel how he's feeling, so I don't know about that. But he's got a lot of experience in the UFC. He got a lot of fights on his record, so I believe he's going to start off as how he left off. You know, I don't think he's going to there's any ring rust there.
This question for Dustin. Given that the goal of the undisputed world title has been what you've been chasing for your whole career, are you kind of talking to yourself now and saying, you know, live in the moment, enjoy each step on the course of this fight now? Of
course. You know, I've said it before, this here is a piece of the world title. That over there is the world title. And I just want to do the most in training camp, in the most of my life, to prepare myself to be ready for that moment. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just enjoying the journey. It's been a lot of fights, a long road, ups and downs. But now we're at the pinnacle, you know, headlining a show in Abu Dhabi against an undefeated guy. I'm just excited for the opportunity, excited to show the world what I'm capable of. And that's it. I just want to represent myself and the work that I put into the sport on September 7th.
Have you mapped out how long you're going to take to go and climatize over there in Abu Dhabi? And do you feel that the intense temperature may be a factor in the fight? Because both of you have really grueling styles.
We'll see. I think I'm going to go there around 2 weeks, maybe 10 days early, just to get used to the air and the time change. But the heat, I'm not so worried about. We'll be all right.
And just a question for Khabib as well. Obviously, building up to each fight, everyone's talking about how impressive of a grappler you are, the best grappler in the sport.
but you've shown in numerous fights how dangerous your striking is, and Dustin, in my eyes, is the most attractive fighter to watch in the stand-up game in the lightweight division. Is there not an element of your game wanting to test yourself on the feet with Dustin a bit more in this fight?
Like, I test myself with one of the best strikers in the world, you know, like Edson Barboza, Michael Johnson, Conor, like, they all very good strikers. I think half of them already finished Dustin, you know. They're very good fighters, I think. What do you think? And I already test myself, you know. I fight with a lot of good strikers, and Dustin one of them. And of course, I'm gonna fight with him and stand up too. You know, this is not wrestling match or grappling matchup. This is MMA. But my box is not bad too, you know. Like, I have a lot of fight in my career, like in amateur, professional, you know, like all my life I'm fighting, but I don't remember, like, someone catch me, you know. I respect his game, I respect his box, but like September 7, I have to do my job, like always.
Question for Khabib, down the front here. Hi, the build-up to this one is already very, very different to the build-up to your previous fight. How much do you prefer this kind of build-up compared to the build-up that you had for the Conor fight and all of the trash talk and everything that was going back and forth? Is this much more your preference? Like, if my opponents talk trash or they didn't talk, nothing changed. You know, this is not my job. This is my opponent's job. They wanna talk or they wanna fight. But I know, like, finally cage gonna close, and this is my most important job, you know. And like, what different about like last fight and this fight? This fight is a little bit different, and because for this fight I have to find big motivation, because this is not big fight like with Conor. But for me, it's like second title defense, and you know, it's like he's my opponent. I have to keep building my legacy, and I have to keep going. But right now, my opponent is Dustin, and I'm preparing for this fight like I'm gonna have hardest fight in my life, and I can't wait. You know, like September 7 is gonna be big night for me, for my legacy. I think for Dustin too. One for Dustin. You mentioned earlier 27 have tried and 27 have failed. What do you have in your arsenal that makes you the one in 27 and 1?
Experience, self-belief, my mindset. I'm focused on making history. And that's all I care about. You know, that's what the next 11 weeks of my life are going to be. To prepare for 25 minutes, to do whatever I have to do to get my hand raised. You know, like I told her, I don't need to find huge holes. The guy's good. You know, I can't sit up here and say that anything bad about the guy. He's good. He's a world champ. But I'm going to make things happen in there, and bring him to places he's never been in there. So that's just it.
You've had to work really hard for this opportunity. You've not been gifted this. You know, you've had a long road to this opportunity, getting to the interim title fight, winning that, and now getting this fight. What have you learned over the course of that journey that you think will prove really valuable to you on fight night? Because it's the biggest fight of your career, right?
I've learned that I can count on myself, that I can trust me. You know, adversity introduces a man to himself, and I've been through it, man. So I'm well acquainted, and I'm ready to rock.
Khabib, I wanted to know how much you knew about the interest level in MMA, in UFC, and in yourself, in the Middle East and in the UAE. And because this is quite a significant event for the region. How important do you think that September the 7th is a success?
Like MMA and UFC is very popular in Emirates, you know. I was there all the time, and when I go there, like crazy, you know, like I can't even walking like around the streets, or like it's very hard for me, you know, like I feel I'm in like in Dagestan, you know, like same things, you know. And MMA is very, very popular in Emirates. Not only Emirates, in all Arabic countries, like Middle East. It's very popular, and I'm not surprised why UFC make this event in Abu Dhabi. I'm not surprised, and they already make very good contract with some television, and like they have a lot of contracts in Emirates, Abu Dhabi, and I know before the fight happened, I talk with a lot of big guys in Emirates. They say they're working on this, and my focus was in Abu Dhabi, you know, before they announced this fight. And I think it's gonna be a good show.
And if I could just ask about your acclimatization, do you have any idea how long you're planning to spend in Abu Dhabi before the fight?
Maybe 1 month, or we'll see. We have to talk with father. We already make all plan, but about when we're gonna go to Abu Dhabi, we don't know yet.
Hiya, it's Thomas from Indicage Poland. First of all, welcome to the UK, guys. It's great to have you here. And I have a question for Khabib. So, Khabib, a lot of people talk about the GSP fight or the Tony Ferguson fight. I'm going to ask you about a potential fight with Kamaru Usman, because a lot of fighters have been moving up to conquer that second title. Have you thought, or do you plan to fight Kamaru Usman in the nearest future? If everything goes to plan, of course.
Honestly, I want to stay in 155. And if they make 165, maybe, or 160, but in 170, I'm not big like in 155. And I know Kamaru Usman, and you know, it's like, I don't know why you ask this question. Maybe he call you, but I want to stay 155. I have a lot of works in 155. Dustin, Tony, and we have like right now is like biggest division is this lightweight division, and I have a lot of works in lightweight.
Well, thank you, Khabib. And I have one for Dustin. So Dustin, congratulations on your performance against Max Holloway. You look phenomenal. And I'm going to ask you, how do you think that experience of fighting Max Holloway will benefit you when you fight Khabib?
I think that fight was a completely different fight than this one's going to be. You know, this one's going to be a lot more grueling. I feel in the clinch and in the wrestling department, Max was more of a kickboxing fight for 25 minutes. But something that is similar was the pace. You know, I think we fought for 25 minutes. And I believe that's how this fight would be. If it goes 5 rounds, it's going to be nonstop. That's the only comparison I could say. Probably just going to 25 and pushing the whole time.
Khabib, I have a question here. It's the first time in almost a year that you'll be back in the octagon. How big a buzz are you going to get from that? How much have you missed it?
I follow all shows, I watch all fights, you know. Little bit miss fights. Not too much, honestly, not too much. Before, when I was injured, when I have injury in a row, surgery, like when I didn't fight 2 years, I miss a lot. But right now, not too much, honestly. But I still hungry, you know. Like I feel when I training, when I'm think about this, like everything is same, but I'm not miss this, you know. It's like Like after every fight, I don't feel nothing. You know, like uh, I think this is about enjoying them, maybe. Like with victories, with everything, after every fight, I enjoy less, you know. And right now, I'm not missed too much on fights, but I'm very exciting and like about competition. I really wanna compete with one of the best guys in the world. This is what I like. This is what I wanna do. But about I'm not missing the fights.
Do you have any regrets over what happened with Conor?
Regrets or progress?
Regrets.
What do you mean regrets?
Well, you've ended up suspended.
Suspended? What suspended? I don't understand question.
You've not been competing.
Because in Russian, regress when you go down, progress when you go up. You know. No, nothing. You know, sometimes you do something like you watch on situation and you do something, but nothing inside. You know. If I have chance one more time, I'm gonna do this one more time, maybe 100 times. Doesn't matter.
You say you've not finished what happened on October the 6th. Is a rematch possible down the line?
Like last 3 years, he have only one victory in amateur boxing. You know, how he deserve rematch. You know, like he tap. He begged me, please don't kill me. You know, and now he talk about rematch. Tony Ferguson on the line. You know, like people who have win streak on the line, but not the guy who don't win nothing last 3 years, you know. I have a lot of works without him, and right now I'm focused on September 7.
A question for Khabib down here. Khabib, you spoke about your father being in your corner for the first time in this upcoming fight. Can you just explain why that's so important for you?
I don't understand what you said.
You spoke about your father being in your corner for this fight with Dustin. Can you just explain why having your father in your corner is so important to you?
Yeah, this is, you know, it's meant a lot for me because my father never was in my corner in my UFC career. And last time when he was in my corner, it was 2011, my last fight in Russia, you know. Right now I'm very happy about this, and we're gonna move to Abu Dhabi maybe 1 month before fight. Training last month spent with my father. We're gonna take with us Javier, and I think it's gonna be great mix between my father and Javier, and I'm very happy about this, and my father very happy about this too, you know, and we'll see.
Dustin, the current craze in MMA has been securing 2 belts, being a dual weight world champion, and obviously your last win was over the featherweight world champion. So hypothetically speaking, if you were to secure the lightweight belt, would a drop back down to 145 be an option for you to get that belt?
No, I'll never fight at 145 again in my career. It won't happen. If anything in the future, maybe a move up, but I don't like to look that far ahead. My hands are full September 7th. I'm focused on that. We'll see what happens after that, but definitely featherweight's out of the picture.
And just for Khabib as well, obviously when your name is mentioned, Tony Ferguson's name isn't far away. He recently won again at the weekend, called out your name. I want to know what your thoughts were on that win, and do you see yourself throwing down with him down the line?
I know, like, he deserved title shot, my opinion, but when UFC asked him to fight Max Holloway, he don't take this fight, and right now, problem is because of him, you know. I don't know why he don't take this fight, but he take fight like regular fight with Cowboy. I know understand this, and I don't want underestimate my opponent Dustin, and he is a tough challenge for me, and right now I don't want to think about other opponents. I have to focus on my opponent.
Question for Khabib here. Obviously, you've had the long layoff due to your suspension. How active do you plan on being in the next 12 months?
Yeah, I want to fight end of the year, 30th December or 31st, maybe 29. I don't know when it's gonna be Saturday, but I want to fight in end of the year. After fight, I want to take 1 month, little bit rest, and October, middle of October, I want to beginning my training camp for the fight end of the year. This is my plan.
And you talked about Abu Dhabi being an easy country for Russians to get to. When, ideally, do you want to fight in Russia?
When I'm going to fight in Russia?
Yes.
I want to fight in Russia, of course. But I don't know. But UFC don't make in Russia pay-per-view show. And right now I'm champion, and I have to fight in pay-per-view show. And that's why, like, I can't fight in regular UFC fight night, so I don't know. This question you have to ask, like, UFC people maybe, like them or other guys. Right now I don't know about this, but like Moscow time and Abu Dhabi time is same. They can make UFC pay-per-view show, but maybe next fight. Maybe next fight. Why not?
A question for Dustin down here. Dustin, in some of your biggest fights, you've come in as the underdog. You're in the same situation here. How's your mindset changed for this fight compared to some of your other challenges?
If anything, I'm just over these other challenges. I've learned how to stay out of my own way for the most part. Just have fun with it, enjoy the process, put in the work, and go out there and scrap. You know, that's what I do now. And that's what I've been doing. But like I said a while ago, man, I'm used to this now. This is what books are written about. My life is a movie, you know. My life is like a Rocky movie. This is going to be fun. I accept the challenge. I'm excited about it. I embrace all of this, and I just want to show everybody how great I can be and what I have inside of me, you know.
And where does a win against Khabib put you in the pound-for-pound list, do you think?
I'm not sure. I know we're both on the pound-for-pound list. I'm not sure where he's at on it. Number 3, I think. Yeah. So it would put me there. But if you look at the run that I'm on, one current champion I just beat, I think 2 or 3 former world champions I beat in main events and finished them. If I go out there and stop Khabib, you know, I think I'm one of the best athletes at 155 pounds to ever fight. You know, that's going to cement my name in the history books forever.
After Henry Cejudo, number 2.
This is a question for Khabib. How did you find the pressure from a mental point of view following the fallout to your last fight? Was that difficult to deal with, or did something just took in your stride, do you think?
Yes, it's a little bit difficult for find motivation, you know, because I finished 2 guys, they finish him, you know, and like when we watch last couple fights, Dustin, he improved a lot. I like his boxing, you know, his movement, everything, but I don't know what he's gonna do with my wrestling and with my pressure. And if he won't become undisputed UFC champion, he have to finish me. If If not, I'm gonna keep going all night.
Question for Khabib. Story came out yesterday that said that they're going to be naming a school after you back home in Dagestan. What can you tell us about that, and how much does that mean to know that you've got this legacy outside of the cage?
Sorry about what?
That they're going to build a school and name it after you in Dagestan. That story came out in the Russian press yesterday. I wonder whether you can tell us anything about that and how much that means to you.
I think this is not bad for me, and I already built couple school in Dagestan. After fight, I'm gonna open this like September, end of the September, and I'm working on gyms like in London, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Moscow. Like this is my little bit business plan, you know. But right now I stop everything because I have to focus on my fight, you know. And but I'm working on this side too.
And for Dustin, you're someone that gives back outside the cage as well. I know it's become a regular part of the end of your fight experience each time that you auction off your kit and raise money for local kids in your area. Have you got anything special planned for this particular fight?
No, we haven't found a goal yet to try to meet for this fight, but it's going to be something big. I'm going to try to use, you know, this is the biggest fight I've been part of, so I'm going to try to use this platform to change somebody's life or multiple people's lives. As the fight gets closer, me and my wife and the rest of the team will iron something down. Right now, we're currently building a playground in Louisiana for disabled children. That'll be done before next school year, so I'm excited about that. We got that done with the last fight. Thank you guys for spreading the word and helping me reach all the people who donated and helped auction and share everything. But yeah, probably I'll have something at the beginning of camp. Maybe in a few weeks, we'll have something locked down.
I wonder for David, if you could shed some insight into the decision to tailor this event for the local Abu Dhabi market as opposed to the US pay-per-view market, as you usually tend to do for the international pay-per-views?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think it's, you know, part and parcel with our aspirations to continue to progress the sport as a truly global sport. And for us, you know, you've seen some of the investment that we've been making. I mean, next week we open up the Performance Institute in Shanghai, which is an incredible facility that's going to really support the athletic development from North Asia all the way down to Australia and New Zealand. What we've done in Russia in the last 15 months has been unprecedented, really, since we opened up the Brazil office in 2013. So we identified, you know, Middle East, North Africa, and specifically the Emirates as an area we wanted to continue to develop. And so part of that is, in conjunction with the DCT, is making sure we've got a, you know, compelling suite of programming for that week leading into the fight, but also making it really palatable for and accessible for all people of the region. So this isn't only about this event. This isn't only about this event in the context of 5 events over the next 5 years. I mean, the relationship that we've got now with Abu Dhabi Media, making sure that all our content is available to people across the region. This is in an effort to build the sport in this region. It follows on the success that, you know, guys like Khabib and many others before him have had in building the sport and taking it where it is today. What we're trying to do is take it to the next level, and this is all part of it.
Is there concern, though, that perhaps in the US, where Khabib in particular has become a huge sensation following the Conor fight, that viewership numbers and the chance to perhaps even build that star even further may be harmed by timing it for the Abu Dhabi market instead of the US pay-per-view market?
I wouldn't say it's a concern so much as it is just a consideration. I mean, we will absolutely be taking a hit in a number of different regions around the world because of the difference in timing of this event. What we do know, I mean, you know, how transcended a star Khabib has become. You look at even 2018, and, you know, he's in the top 5 most Googled athletes around the world. You know, this is a real opportunity to us to commit to the long term of building the sport in this particular region. So, yeah, there's going to be areas that I think are affected negatively, but overall, we've got ability to take this type of fight, as compelling as it is, to a region that we think can be propelled over the next few years and make it really successful. So it's all been part of the calculation. Any other questions from the group today? No? Thanks, everyone, for your support. We're going to clear the stuff off the stage and get ready for face-offs in a couple minutes.